What's up, guys? So, Anatomy of a Fall. This is a big one. This is getting on a lot of people's top 10 lists of the year. It's getting nominated for a lot of awards, and I was very excited to see it, and it hit VOD for only like $15 to buy it. Certainly went ahead and did that and watched it last night, believe it or not. This was the last movie I watched of 2023. Actually, I had to pause it about 5 minutes before it ended, watched the ball drop, and then went ahead and finished the movie. So I guess technically it's the first film I watched of 2024 as well. This is the story of Sandra, played by Sandra Hüller. If I'm mispronouncing that, I apologize, but she plays Sandra in the film, who's a writer, and she's being interviewed. This is the opening of the film. I'm not going to spoil anything, but this is setting up the plot. You open the film, she's being interviewed, and her husband upstairs is working in the attic. He's turning the music up louder and louder. The interview gets stopped downstairs. The woman leaves. The little boy, their son, takes their dog on a walk, and Sandra goes upstairs to work on her book more in her bedroom. Maybe have a small conversation with the husband. One thing leads to another. A little boy comes home, and the husband is laying on the ground dead with blood splatter and all this. Screams, we call the police. So the story of this movie is, who did it? Is Sandra guilty for murder? It basically shows us through the court trials and all this conversations that she has leading up to it, of the relationship she had with her husband leading up to this day and this event, and the relationship they had with the whole family, the trauma that they're dealing with, and stuff like that. And yeah, so basically, this is a murder mystery thriller. Now it's thrilling not because there's like action or anything, but just because of the screenplay. It makes the film extremely thrilling and engaging. This movie is always engaging and it's always entertaining. It's almost like 2.5 hours long, but I didn't mind the runtime because almost every scene we get, we get dialogue that is always interesting and most of the time always important. And I really appreciated that. So I can certainly see Anatomy of Fall getting nominated for the Best Screenplay Oscar and potentially winning. I think this is a great screenplay, and it has great performances as well. Sandra Hüller is restrained a lot of the time in this film, but she does have moments to shine. And in those moments, you see, okay, this is why she's getting nominated for all these Best Actress awards. This is a fully three-dimensional woman. Did I believe everything she was saying? I don't know. This is a film that ends that kind of makes you the viewer in charge. You have to decide what happened to the husband. Did she knock him off the roof? Did she kill him? Did he fall? Did he commit suicide? What was the case? And I think that is the most intriguing part of the whole thing. From all the information that the movie gives you, it leaves you as an audience member with the final decision. I'm not going to spoil what happens towards the end of the movie, but you do get certain resolutions and things do come to a close, but that doesn't necessarily mean that us as an audience member are satisfied. And I think it's like that with a lot of court cases. The jury might, give a verdict in one direction, and us, some people might be like, hey, I don't know if they voted correctly on that. So I think this is an extremely interesting film, and it's one of the most, if not probably the most thought-provoking movie of the year. I do want to mention the cinematography. This movie looks very strange to me. I don't know what the budget was of this, but it looks like at times a soap opera, the way it's shot, the quality of the shots, or like it's filmed like a documentary. And I wasn't 100% on board with that cinematography choice. It's not filmed like your conventional movie. So I think they took a risk with that. I didn't like dislike it, but some of the times the cinematography was a little distracting to me. It gives the movie a bit of an unhinged feeling at times, which I think they were probably going for. But at times it worked, and at times I was like, okay, the cinematography here is just it just feels like I'm watching a soap opera at times. It just if you see the movie, it's how it looks. So I'm not 100% sure what was going on there. But in the end of the day, Anatomy of a Fall. Look, if you watch like the first 30 minutes of this film, you might be like, okay, what's the big deal about this? You know, even when it ends, you might be, what's the big deal about this? But if you're someone who gets invested into the story and invested into this family, which I did, I think it's really going to work for you. I'm going to give Anatomy of a Fall 4.5 out of 5 stars. I think this is a great film. I can see it be nominated for all these awards. If it gets nominated for cinematography, I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. If they wanted to make the whole film feel like a documentary, shoot the whole film like a documentary. If you wanted to make the whole film look like a soap opera, shoot the whole film like a soap opera. But it bounces back and forth very frequently in how the movie looks and how it's shot. There's like dolly cams through the house. There's a lot going on with the cinematography. So I don't know. That's my biggest. I don't know if I would say issue, but it's my biggest like thing that makes this movie not a 5 out of 5. You know, I don't think this is a gorgeous looking movie. I think honestly the cinematography is going to maybe lead to a lot of conversations with people. So they might nominate it just for that fact. I don't know. But in the end of the day, Anatomy of a Fall is a great film. Sandra Hüller is fantastic. She should be nominated for Best Actress. The film should be nominated for Best Picture. And screenplay. So that's where I'm at with that. Guys, comment down below. Did you see this movie? Do you plan on seeing it? What's your thoughts? I hope you had a very happy new year. Guys, hit that subscribe button and check out a whole bunch of upcoming reviews. We've got a bunch of other awards type movies I still have to see and other stuff too. 2024 new release films coming out. And you can also follow me on Twitter and or X at RyanKing72 and Instagram and TikTok at KingRises131. That's been it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching my review for Anatomy of a Fall. And until next time, over and out.